Hi everyone, this is Sumit K. In this video, I'm going to talk about Google Cloud HA VPN and how you can connect your Google Cloud HA VPN to the Compute Engine VM having this public IP attached. Google has recently announced the general availability of Cloud HA VPN, which is going to support of compute instance with the public IPs. And this is a good use case to switch over from a classic VPN to the HA VPN and connect to your network virtual appliance device running on compute instance within the Google Cloud. So if you don't know what is HA VPN or VPN in general, then I have already uploaded a video in the Google Cloud Network playlist series where everything is covered from the scratch along with the demo. So for this demo, I am going to reference this insightful article which is written by Emmett Williams. He is a recognized expert in this field, and his clear explanation will guide you seamlessly through this process. So I will share this link in the YouTube video descriptions so you can follow along. So here he has explained it how you can connect your HAVPN to the Compute Engine VM, and so let's understand how we are going to achieve this. So here the VyOS appliance from the Google Cloud Marketplace, which we will going to spin up in the one project, and in another project I am going to configure the HAVPN with the option Compute Engine VMs with the external IP. So we will see the setup. Before this, let's see the prerequisites. So you must have two projects. The first project that you can use to deploy your this virtual appliance, and your second project you will deploy your cloud HA VPN, right? So you can deploy this virtual appliance from the marketplace. Let's understand this architecture. So here I have a Google Cloud where I have two projects, project one and project two. In project one, I am going to deploy the entire network and subnets along with the network virtual appliance from the Google Marketplace, and along with this external IP. Right. This is what I will deploy in the project one. Now in project two, I will deploy my HA VPN gateway, the tunnels interface zero, interface one, along with the router, and of course the VPC and subnets. I'll also deploy a compute engine, a test compute engine, which is going to verify the connectivity between the virtual appliance and the and this test VM. So between these two network over the VPN tunnel. So I'm going to follow along on this article. So so here in project one, let me just deploy the VS VM appliance. But before you deploy the VS VM appliance, you first need to do some prerequisites. So the first thing that we need to do, open your Cloud Shell and change your project ID, right, for the name of your project. So let's do things. Log into my Cloud Shell here, and if I just do gcloud config list, so my gcloud config project list. What is the command? Gcloud config list project. Sorry, it's going to be list project. So my project is set, already set. So let me just put it into this variable project ID. It's going to be your this project ID. Yeah. So the first thing that we need to create a VPC. So let's just copy this command and paste it here. So remember that this is my first project, and this second tab is my second project. So right now I'm into my first project where I will be deploying VPC subnet from my network virtual appliance, right? So you can see that my VPC has been created. If we just refresh it, you'll see that your VPC network with the name NV network with zero subnets. So the second item is we are going to deploy these subnets. Subnet name is going to be NVA subnet, and this is the IP range 10.0.211.0. So your subnet is also created. If you just click on the network and go to subnet, you'll see your name of your subnet, NVA subnet, the region of that subnet, Europe West 1, and the internal IP range 10.0.211. The next item is you need to create some default firewall rules. So I'm going to create the 4 firewall rules. The first firewall rule is allowing NVA network allow custom from this source range. So, and this second firewall, I'm allowing the ICMP from the public internet, and similarly, the third rule, I'm allowing RDP from public internet, and the fourth is SSH from the public internet. So copy this one by one and execute in the Cloud Shell. So if you just click on the firewall rule here, the firewalls, so you'll see your 4 firewall rules are created now, right? So you can see that all these protocols are allowed, and this is the last one is the all, allow from all, but with this range. Okay. So we have created a VPC, we have created a subnet, we have created a 4 firewall rules. Now it's time to deploy a NVA appliance from VyOS. So the first thing that you need to create is the key. Basically, this key is useful when you try to SSH to your VyOS appliance, right? So how do you can create it? Just simply copy this command, and you also need to add the passphrase, which is I'm going to set it simple like VyOS. So just copy this and execute in your Cloud Shell. Overwrite, because this is already existed, so I'm going to overwrite, and the first phrase I'm going to set VyOS. Okay, just make it simple. So here key has been generated. Now to see your public key, what you can do, to home bin and let's just sorry, where it is. Okay, SSH. Here you can see here public IP, right? So let's do that. Let's grab it. Just need to copy this, and I'm going to paste it in my notepad here, in my notepad. And don't worry, I'll delete it after this demo. So okay, so I have generated this public and private key. Now you need to go to the metadata and choose the SSH key and click edit, and then select the add item. So I need to basically put the public key into the SSH key. So how you can do that? Go to the Compute Engine, and here you will see, or just search is from metadata from here, metadata. Um, Click the edit key. So let's go to SSH, click the edit key, add, and put it here. Save it. Okay, so this is done. I think this is my old one, so I need to delete this, the old one, because I don't need it. So now it's fine. Okay, so I copy the content and save it here in my metadata, right? So the next time is item is we have to install the NVA from the marketplace. So how you can install it? Go to the marketplace. Here you need to search for VyOS. So VyOS is nothing. It is a network virtual appliance. It is a universal router that you can use to configure your HA VPN tunnel, right? And, and VyOS is a 100% open source, community-driven network OS design for your networking related items, right? So let's just click on that, and you need to launch it. So follow this process. Just name it and the image version, the zone name, the network, and the external IP. So what I'm going to do, the deployment name is going to be uh, the default one, and the version is going to be also the default one, and the zone is going to be Europe West 1B. So I'm following along. Europe West 1B. So here, general purpose for CPU. So I don't need this much resource. So I just need the smallest one. Boot disk is 10 GB is fine. So here, the network interface, you need to select the network that you have just created, your NVA network, and make it external IP if formal, right? Just click on done. And here, if you see in this article, ensure the correct project is selected. For the firewall rule, we use this public IP range network for the port ICMP 22, UDP 500, and 4500. So just copy this and put the public IP range. So basically, these four additional firewall rules will be created in order to allow on this port, in order to access the traffic on these ports, right, from the public internet. And then the IP forwarding must be on. So this is very important. You must make this on. And here you can review your resource configuration, how much dollars, how much amount that you are going to incur. So basically, you can see estimated monthly total is going to be 27,780 approximately. So once I'll keep it for this lab, and I will delete it. So it is going to take few minutes. So let's just wait. It won't take much time. I believe it won't take much time. Let me, yeah, it. See, you can see that your NVA has been deployed. Everything has been deployed. You can see the green check. So is to verify, just go to the compute engine. And here you can see that your virtual appliance has been deployed here with the internal IP and the external IP. This is the network. You just need to copy this internal IP and the external IP for further use. So this is the IP and this is the external IP. I can say that was internal IP, or I can say local IP, and this is the external IP. All right. So next is uh, connect to your voice device, how you can connect this network virtual appliance. So simply copy this command. You need to SSH into this NVIDIA device using the external IP. So we need to replace this external IP with your external IP, right? So just copy this. Basically, the notepad just need to replace with this public IP. Right, now copy this command. Come to your Cloud Shell. So here you need to enter your passphrase, which we have set VyOS. And now you can see that you are now able to SSH into the network firewall, network appliance device, right? So the next step is, you need to enter into the configuration mode by typing the configure. So let's say configure. Yeah, so you can see that I am now into the edit mode. And here you need to set the IPsec interface and VTI interface. So basically, I'm going to use this IP range for this interface. Okay, so I'm just going to make it copy everything and put it here. Now I need to set the IPsec settings. So just copy this as it is and paste it here. Okay, so now we need additional information like external IP address of the Google Cloud HA gateway to complete this configuration. So to complete this configuration, we need to move into the project 2, and we need to deploy the HA VPN. So as of now, you have completed with you have completed in the first project. You have completed your network subnets, your NVIDIA device, and you have configured few settings as of now. So now we are moving on to the project 2, where we will deploy our HA VPN and all this thing. So let's jump on to my second project. This is my second project, and open the Cloud Shell. All right, so here also I need to select the project configuration. My second project ID is Sustained Spark 393903. So it is already set. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set my project ID 2 with the name project ID 2 as an environment variable. Project ID 2, copy this, set, right? Just echo it. So again, in the project 2, I'm going to create a VPC. Let's just create it. Go to VPC network here. It says already exists. I think I have already created it before. Okay, so no worries. Let me see the subnets. If subnets are already there, let me try. It's already there. Yeah, I can see that here from here. It's already there. Okay, yeah, it was previously created as a part of when I was practicing it, so it was there. No worries. So I think the firewall rule was also there. Let me just see it. Yeah, looks like the firewall rule is also there. So we can skip this. Basically, in project 2, my VPC subnets and the firewall rules are already there. But in your case, you need to execute this, right? So now I'm going to create a cloud router. Sorry, cloud router here. Yeah, it's not there. So You go to cloud router. Yeah, so it has created a cloud router with the name HA VPN cloud router, and for this network in the region US East 1, right? And now we need to create a test VM for the connectivity test, right? So just copy it and create test VM. Okay, yeah. So so you can see that a test VM has been created. Right now it's time to create the HA VPN. So basically we are going to create a gateway, peer gateway tunnel, and the BGP session. So to create a gateway, you can create a gateway VPN, everything from the console as well. But here I'm going to follow this command line instructions only. So just go to the VPN first. Now first thing I'm going to create a gateway, right? So you can see that my gateway has been created. If you just go to the cloud VPN gateway, you can see that my VPN to VM gateway has been created with two interface. This is the public IP on interface 0, and this is the public IP on interface 1. So copy this public IP because we need those public IPs when we configure our network virtual appliance. So this is very important. So here, and this is my interface 1. This is for interface interface 0, and this is for phase 1. Now next step is so create a peer gateway, right? So now we need to create a peer gateway. So here you need to do one thing. You need to change the VyOS external IP. So how would you do that? First of all, let's come here. What was the external IP of my network virtual appliance? This was my virtual appliance external IP. So you can put it here, right? And just run it here. Let me just cross check. 2477130188. Yeah, that is fine. So you can see that peer VPN gateway will be created very soon. Yeah, so you can see that here peer gateway has also been created, and this is the peer gateway IP. Basically, this is the public IP of my network virtual appliance instance. Yeah, this is the public IP, right, for this appliance, right? So now the next thing is we need to create a VPN tunnels on both the interface, right? So create it. Similarly, I need to create a VPN tunnel. Right? So your two VPN tunnel has been created on both the interface. So if you just want to see, you can just refresh here. So you can see there, this is your first tunnel and this is your second tunnel on interface 0 and interface 1. And this is your peer VPN gateway IP, public IP. Both IPs are going to be same. And VPN tunnel status is right now Okay, so let's move further first. Let's configure the BGP tunnels as well. Copy everything and just paste it here. Copy the third one. And 1, 2, 3, done. Is it done? 177. Yeah, is it done? So let's copy the fourth one. So once it is done, so um, you will see your tunnel is waiting for the peer, right? So let's just refresh it. So you can see that. Um, so you can see that your BGP session status is waiting for peer. Here also you can see that it is waiting for peer. So the next step is you need to switch back to the project one. So why we are switching back to project one? Because we need to do some additional configuration, because at that time we do not have any information of our tunnels, right? Site like GCP external IP tunnel interface 0 or interface 1. So right now we have all these informations like local IP and appliance external IP and the HA tunnels, HA VPN and tunnel external IPs. So this is the configuration which you need to perform on to the network appliance side. So for this, you just copy this and put it here. Put it here. So what you need to do, this is your basically this is your tunnel interface 0, and this is your tunnel interface 1. Okay. So you need to replace these basically what it says. Um, Okay, so here's a sample image. So you can see that we need to replace all these things with the IPs, with the local IPs and the external IPs and the tunnel IPs. So I already noted down all these IPs in my notepad. So let's just replace it. The first one is GCP external IP tunnel 0, which is going to be 215. Let me just replace it. Right now, this second tunnel, which is going to be this public IP. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to, okay, looks like I cannot replace it here. So anyways, let me just do it manually. Sorry, let me copy this IP and put it here. Right. So now here also you need to replace this IP with the external IP of your network virtual appliance. So just replace it and pre-shared secret key. Just leave it as it is. Just leave it as it is. And now here also you need to replace the public IP of tunnel 0. The local IP here. This is the local IP of your appliance, and all good. Now here external IP on for tunnel 1 IP, which is this. So copy and paste it carefully, because if you just misconfigured, then your tunnel will not be up. So please um, make it correctly and carefully. Okay, so looks like everything is done. Yeah. So everything is done. Now copy everything from here. Now just match it. Yeah, three items here, three items here, and on this item. Yeah. Now go to your first project. So in this first project in the Cloud Shell, you already log into your network virtual appliance. So you need to copy this everything once you replace your public IP and all this IP, and you just paste it here. Okay. Now the next thing is you have to type commit. Just type commit and save. Now your all this configuration has been committed and saved to this part to this directory, right, or to this file. And now you can run this command, run show VPN to see. Yeah, so you can see that once you run this, you can see your something tunnels getting up. So if we just refresh it from the cloud HA from the cloud HA VPN console, you can see that your VPN tunnel has been established. Here also you can see that it is saying that it has been established, right, for this peer ID 2115 and 183, which is my interface IP on the VPN gateway, right, tunnel 01 and tunnel 1, right. So let's just move forward. It's time to configure your BGP, right? So BGP is a broader gateway protocol, which is used to automatically create the routes when a new network creates, or when you create a new subnets or anything, modify the subnet, then a routing will be automatically created by the BGP. So let's just copy this again. Go to your VM and just a second. Yeah, and just yeah, it's done. And now again you need to commit and save. Commit, save, right. Now if you go to your VPN console, so your BGP session is also going to be established. Just wait for, yeah, so you can see that your VPN tunnel is now established, your BGP session status is now established, so everything is working as expected, right. So far so good. Now it may take, so your BGP session is done. Now to run your BGP summary, you can just copy this command and paste it here. So you'll see your BGP summary. And if you want to see your route, so it will also show you the route. So I'm not going to deep dive into it. Um, So here you have seen that your VPN tunnel and BGP session has been established. So next thing is everything has been done, right. So your connecting from connectivity point of view, your HA VPN is now connected to your virtual appliance device. All the tunnels are established and green. Your BGP session is also established. So everything is fine, right. Remember that we have also created a test machine, right. So let's log into this test machine and perform some connectivity test, right. If everything set up perfectly, we should be able to ping, or we should be able to connect, right. So connect, do a ping test from a voice device to the IP address of test VM connected to the VPN gateway. In this case, the VM IP address is this. So what is my VM IP address? You just go to your Compute Engine. So 192.168.20.2, right. You just copy this command and put it here. So my what was my IP was 2, right. So my IP was 2, and what was my local IP? Yeah, it's 10.11.2. Just copy it here and put it here. From this is my virtual appliance device. So I'm connecting to this VM machine, which is in my second project, this machine from my virtual appliance. So you see, you can see that I am able to ping. I'm able to ping from my virtual appliance to my test machine, right? Which means my connection has been established and my connectivity is fine. Now we'll do the same thing from the test VM. So how you can do that? I can log into this VM instance from here, and just try to ping to try to ping from this test VM machine towards my virtual appliance. So you should be able to ping. Yes, yes, you can see that I am able to send these 4 packets and it got successfully returned the response, right? So this is how I think. Congratulations. We have configured everything. We have configured the connectivity from your HA VPN to your Compute Engine VM having this public IP. So this is the this conclude our demo, and you can go ahead. Okay, so before I conclude this demo, make sure that you delete everything. Otherwise, you are going to incur a heavy amount. So let's just delete it. How we can do this? Let's go to your first project, and to do this, go to your deployment manager. Yeah, this is a deployment manager, and simply just delete it. So delete everything. You can just close this cloud shell as well. Right, so here, so this is the way that you can delete your virtual appliance from the deployment manager. So it will delete everything that is associated with it. And also don't forget to delete your cloud HA VPN, VPN gateway tunnels and everything, right? So make sure that you delete everything so that you cannot incur any additional charges, right? So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or any concerns, please feel free to let me know in the comment sections, and join me on the LinkedIn and YouTube for ongoing learning and access to the exclusive contents which I am regularly putting on my YouTube channel.